Are you ready?
How's it going? And we got some rumors to talk about because it seems the Pistons are being active. And this doesn't come as a surprise to me. As a front office, this is supposed to be your job. You're supposed to be making phone calls and seeing what players are worth and kind of just testing the waters, you know? We're going to start with the Demar Derozan because there's actually been confirmed by people from Twitter accounts like Woj, Shams, have all reported on this that the Pistons have offered Luke Kennard and a first-round draft pick for Demar Derozan. Personally, I do not want to do this, and it's not because we're trading Luke Kennard. I have no problem trading Luke, but I don't think Demar Derozan fits with this team. I have talked about this for a long time now since, these DeRozan rumors have been around. I'm surprised the Pistons have actually made this offer. Now, I know Dwayne Casey and DeMar DeRozan are boys, but I just really don't think he fits. I really don't want him here. He's a choker. He's not going to win you in the big games. He's just not that player. Maybe with Blake Griffin it would work, but he can't shoot a lick. He shot 29% from the three-point line. When Blake Griffin's going to be your best three-point shooter on your team, that's crazy. I'm not saying that Blake is bad. Blake has worked his tail feathers off to be that good at shooting threes. But when your shooting guard is shooting 29% from the three-point line, it ain't going to cut it for me, okay? He's just a choker in big games. They played that game against Toronto last season. The Spurs had it in hand, and he just straight up got stripped by Kawhi. Not even crossed half court yet. When you have a guy who gets traded from his franchise and they win the NBA Finals next season because they got rid of you, I don't want that player on my team. He kind of let that determine how he was going to play next season. I don't want DeRozan here. Not at all. I know a lot of you guys do. He's not going to be the answer. Not even close to it. I have no problem with the Pistons going out there and trading away young talent and draft picks for, superstars. DeRozan's not one. He's barely an all-star. But that's just not the right one. Okay, at some point in time, there's going to be another Blake Griffin trade. Not that we're trading Blake Griffin. That was a weird way of wording it. But someone along those lines is going to be available. And then, and only then, do you trade your young talent and draft picks for it. The other one has been reported that the Pistons have made calls about John Wall. No players have been leaked in what the trade rumor has been yet. But they said that the Pistons have been inquiring about John Wall. Which, this one is intriguing to me because we want Bradley Beal. I know that we have been trying to get Beal for quite some time now. And the Wizards have come out and said that you have to take on John Wall's contract and kind of just dump both of them and restart. I don't know if the Pistons are just trying to get John Wall. I hope that's not the case because this dude has the worst contract in the NBA and he's not going to play at all next season and probably after this season is going to miss a little bit of time. This dude tore his Achilles. He had knee surgery. This dude is a beaten up mess, man. Who knows if he comes back, if he's going to be the same John Wall that was the fastest player in the league that can just attack the rim at any point in time he wanted. It's going to be a questionable move if the Pistons do this one because he's not going to help you right now. So why are you going to take that? I think it averages out to $50 million a year. But throughout the stages of the contract, it goes up. So on average, it's $50 million. But, at some point in time, I think it's like the final year, it'll be close to like $54 million, depending on incentives and stuff. You don't want to take that contract for a guy who's not even going to play. That's why we didn't pull the trigger on CP3. Neither one of these moves do I like. And I know you guys are going to go crazy because they're big names. They're not going to happen And if they do happen, it's not going to help the Pistons whatsoever. With the DeRozan thing, it might help you a little bit more come regular season, but playoff time, he's going to turn Demar Derozan. He's just going to choke and not show up. And you don't want to build that kind of foundation. You don't. I don't like either one of these trades. I do not like what I'm hearing. I hope these aren't true, and I hope nothing happens of it. Nothing's going to happen of it. I almost bet it. It worries me a little bit about the DeRozan one because him and Dwayne Casey are boys. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want either one of these guys here. But with that being said, leave it down in the comments. I'll get your thoughts on it. I'm not really looking forward to that because you guys are going to get kind of crazy. But Instagram, Twitter, and Mixer in the description. Be sure to follow me on all those platforms. And all DSA members are in the description as well. And without further ado, I'll see you peeps tomorrow. Peace.